I coded this full stack application from scratch in under 2 weeks for a client of mine. It's live on production today. In the last video, I showed you the agentic coding techniques I used to code it. In this video, I'll be walking you through the full tech stack of my application, from the database to the authentication to hosting it, to hopefully educate you guys to do the same. Let's do it. A quick reminder of the app. This is a recruiting CRM. You can track your candidates, positions, companies, all tied together. Leave notes, manage other users, so you can invite people to the platform. And this was coded in Next.js. That takes care of the front end, React, and the back end, all in the same repo, which is super easy. I've only been using Next.js for about a year. For a hackathon at the end of 2024 last year, I used it and made it super easy to get my app running with a full stack and backend in the same repo. Takes a little bit to get the naming patterns down, but it makes it super smooth and quick. And for the database, I use Supabase. Just the best database cloud storage, in my opinion, right now. Had obviously the SQL tables. It could store the resumes in a bucket for us. It also has other add-ons, which I didn't use, like edge functions, authentication. Brings a ton of stuff out of the box, though I'm very comfortable with this, and it made it very easy to get my data connected to it. Next up, we used Clerk for authentication. Again, I could have used Supabase authentication or my own. Just Clerk is part of my starter kit. My Next.js starter kit was already in that stack, which is free on my GitHub, by the way. Link in description. But it makes it very easy for users to sign in with emails through a magic link, through SSO, like through Google or Facebook or GitHub. Takes care of all of that for you and gives you components, like in the sign in and sign out screen. Gave me custom components to use. So saved me a lot of legwork there for a simple app like this. Highly recommend. Next up, for hosting, we use Vercel. Very compatible with Next.js. I have logs, I have deployments, everything right out the box. Very affordable. Bought my domain name on namecheap.com. Hooked it up in here super easily. And for coding, I used Claude Code. I use the VS Code extension right here on the right. My previous video, if you haven't seen that, check it out. I go more in depth into my strategy. But from a high level, it was collect my notes from the kickoff call with my client, pass those notes to Claude Code plan mode, shift tab into it, generate me the full plan. I then took that plan, took it out into some features, stages. You can kind of see them broken down here, note system, user permissions. And then one by one went through them. Didn't try to one-shot the app from scratch. And again, I got this app up in 2 weeks, so shout out Claude Code. Also use Cursor a little bit. That's what the IDE we're in here, of course. For smaller things, I love, if I wanted to fix this, just Command-I, open a Cursor chat right here. For smaller things, I've also heard Cursor's gotten better in the last month or two. So might be doing a video covering building an app from scratch using the new Cursor Composer. But that's what I do for agentic coding. For deployment, this is something I would have done differently. I kind of had two databases, RecruitBase, that's the name of the application, dev, and RecruitBase prod. I should have done Supabase migration, so that would have been scripts I put in my repo and then use the Supabase CLI to actually affect the database. So that way, when I want to go to a prod database, all the scripts are there sequentially, and it will make it exactly the same schema for everything. Though for this one, I had to do some PSQL command lines magic that I had ChatGPT guide me through. But that will be something I'll do for my next project, which I'm already doing. And yeah, another thing on Clerk, makes it very easy to invite people. I could set this application to private, which I did, and then I could invite people here because, of course, this is only for my client's recruiting business. So you don't want Joe Schmo signing up, though they had an API also where you could sign up if you don't use this dashboard. If the client can't sign into here, which they shouldn't be able to, I made him a super admin, and then super admins can invite people here via email and choose the positions you want. So Clerk makes that super easy. So that's my tech stack. Again, to go through it again, Next.js, Supabase, Clerk, Vercel for hosting, Claude Code and Cursor to host it. Let me know if you guys have any questions about how I kind of organized this deal with my client, how I figured out pricing and recurring hosting charges, or just any questions about how I built the app with AI. I'll be covering more topics like this in the future. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss those. Thanks.